coming to you live from virtual Daytona International Speedway. We are in the ARCA Daytona 200, a full-length virtual race mimicking the ARCA Series 200 miles. They will be running at Daytona in a little over a month at this point. Field is coming to the green. Pace car is about to pull off. We've got the 015. We'll call him the 15. He's leading. Three's on the outside. These ARCA cars, they know this is the big one. There is money on the line today. First place will take home $75. Second, $50. And third will get $25. Field seems to be starting pretty clean. Go back. That's Coffee driving the 75. You see his throwback Bud Light paint scheme. He's working the backfield. They're going to try to stay out of trouble early. See, he's just finally starting to maybe get hooked up with his teammate. That's Lauren Jones in the 11 Kool-Aid car. Man, what a crazy pack. Jones got around Coffee there. They continue to try to work well together. Back up front, we're working lap 5 of the scheduled distance of 80 laps, 200 miles. See, the 27's got a little blink, and they're starting to look 3 wide. Into turn 3. Are they going to be able to hold it? These ARCA cars certainly are not as stable as the Cup cars. And those bumpers definitely do not line up. Oh no! We've got the first big one, and a ton of people have collected right here on lap 5 as we were coming to lap 6. Oh wow. Let's go back. Wow. Field trying to get through there. You'll see there's Coffee in the 75 easing his way through. There's his teammate Lauren Jones. Looks like they're going to make it through this first one unscathed. Let's see if we can get another look at what happened there. Maybe it's just some early aggression. We've got the 3 wide. 5's pulling on the outside. The outside lane does seem stronger in these cars. But that 069 just gets kind of stuck in that sucker hole. At 541, he was looking aggressive out. Just into the 21 and then up and turns it. And everybody just piles in. There's just nowhere to go. That front stretch is so narrow. Slowly, everybody's praying. See the 11 and Lauren Jones coming to a stop. Coffee passing him on the low side just to get by before that 69 can whip it around. Whip it around he does. Well, we've gathered it up and reset the field. There is a fast repair available to guys in this race, but the only one. It's super early to be using it here. Pace car is about to pull off. We're coming to the end of lap 8, about to start lap 9. You see some familiar numbers back up front, the 3 and the 15. Got some guys in the back of the pack. You can see Coffee and Jones back there. They went in, topped off on fuel. Fuel window's around 30 laps. that will be extended with cautions, but it's definitely a two-stop race with the 80-lap scheduled distance. These cars don't suck up in a pack immediately. They get some good runs. And that outside lane can be super strong. But the air just affects them just a little differently than the cup cars. Kind of reminiscent of what we used to see in the 90s. Just some real, genuine, good restrictor plate racing. I think we've got some different strategies going on right here. I think there are some guys who are wanting to charge up front. Maybe they feel like the front's the safest place to be. But we've also got some guys seemingly laying back almost on purpose. They don't want to lose the draft, but they also don't want to be in that next big one. That was a really early wreck for lap 5. And you can see we've got a couple blinkers here. That's also probably making this pack a little bit nervous. 9's giving the 3 a great push right there. They're going to overtake again on the bottom. We'll check back in what's going on further back. We're working lap 15 now. That front pack is definitely getting more organized. You see they're slicing and dicing. With the 9 up front, that 15, you see he's still been strong. 35's been making some moves. He came from a little further back. Again, we got some guys popping out on that yellow line. That won't be a penalty here in iRacing, but it still is frowned upon. We do have race control who can definitely make some calls if they think guys are being unsafe. Some manual penalties can be assigned. See a little more blinking as we flip on through the field. So, 069, saw him involved in something early. Looks like he probably took advantage of a fast repair. The other 3 car goes by on the outside. There's the 541. We saw some aggressive moves from him early. And some damage as well. We have to wait quite a while as we get to this backpack. You'll see that was Coffee. You'll see as we look at this backpack, that's Coffee. He's hooked up with Jones. They lost the draft, this group did. There was some little shuffling going on. They're just being conservative riding out. They know certainly there will be another caution. We've got a group of guys. They're not totally gaining any time on the leaders right here. But they're playing it safe. Seeing how they work together. There's enough cars that they can kind of feel how the runs are going, feel the suck up, and all that's going to be valuable information for later. But it's great to see teammates running nose to tail. We left you on lap 18, we pick you back up on lap 22. You see this backpack is still running, still being conservative. Let's see if we can't flip back through the field a little bit. Back up to this group. This is the mid-pack, and actually, you see Coffee and Jones now make up the lead the backpack, very backpack. They're almost a full lap down at this point. Most everybody is just being safe. You see some guys that had to pit coming back out. Some great in-car shots. See if we can get back to this main pack. A little better idea of what's going on up front. Still some very good battles going on. I just don't know that there's anything more exciting than hard pack racing here at Daytona. Whether that be in the ARCA Cars, our Gander Truck Series, the Xfinity Cars, or even our Cup Series. They all drive a little different. We've got tons of different levels of talent, but there's just nothing quite as fun. Looks like the field's slowing down. We've got a caution out. Let's go look at what that was. We're working lap 24. You can see this was that mid-pack. Oh no, we missed the start of that, but you can see the guys had nowhere to go again and just piled in. Let's back that up and take one more look. I think we're going to see here, this actually starts at the very back of the front pack. Oh, the 01's up into the wall a little bit. Oh, right there. Right there. That's what we saw. The 01 got up into the wall, and looks like that just stacked him up behind. Looked like an evasive move. Brought him right up into the 35. 14 felt like he needed to bobble, didn't know how slow that 01 was going to go, right up into the 35. And the resulting damage is just catastrophic for a lot of guys. You see Coffey and Jones come through mostly clean. We saw Jones run over some debris. I think they'll be okay. Then as we're working lap 25, we're going to caution. Pace car is going to bring them to the green one more time, where it's going to be lap 28 as they take the stripe. So that Dale Earnhardt throwback scheme, the 3 car, technically the 13 tonight. Familiar faces back up front. We've got the 33 and the 9. Fairly long run, about 15, 18 laps there. You know, we're closing in on 40% complete. I know there's a lot of these guys that would love to click off some more laps. It's a one-stop race from here either way, as far as fuel goes. See the field coming into the picture. There's Coffey and Jones. They're lurking. They made up some spots from that last one. Oh no. We're coming, slowing down, coming to another caution. Let's go check the back of the field and see what happened that time. Way back in the field for this one. Back to 25th place. You saw it looked like somebody just got into the 68 there and got him around. Some cars going sideways. Not a major pile-up like we've seen so far, but just enough to bring out that yellow. Bringing it back to another restart. It's going to be coming to lap 32 this time. Same players up front. You see Jones on the inside in 11th, Coffey on the outside in 12th. They're looking to see what this run can do here. Can they get teamed up? Can they make it anywhere to the front? It's like taking it easy a little bit, still figuring out how that front pack is going to react. Not getting hooked up like they wanted. Jones finally gets a run past on the bottom. Coffey's going to be content to kind of pull down, but Jones got him a little bit. Everybody's just kind of riding for now. Not quite to halfway, still a long way to go. Over 100 miles left in regulation here. Coming back to you, lap 35. Still riding with Coffee and Jones in the mid-pack. Not been a whole lot of excitement the last couple laps. Everybody seems to be kind of settling in, feeling it out. But there's definitely some guys wanting to make some moves. See, leaving some gaps here in the middle of the pack. Oh, we've got that 541. He's looking outside. He wants to take this 3 wide. He's going to clear the 5. That high line seems to work right down the backstretch. I know guys are taking note for later. Oh, but now he's going to the inside. Oh, the 541, such aggressive. He's going to come down and get into Coffee. That is going to cause a caution further back. Some guys got it worse, but we know Coffee picked up a little bit of damage there. Did not look too bad as he came by that time. But as you can see, the yellow flag's out. He's going to come in, check it out, and we'll try again. We're going to watch. Coffee's going to come in the pits here. There are unlimited tires. We are still inside the fuel window, but it never hurts to go ahead and top that off either. He's coming into his pit box. We'll watch the crew come around the car. Gas man's going in. They're jacking it up. Make sure we pack it full of fuel. Inspecting it, making sure there's anything else to do. To the side of that car, you see the 541's in for some damage as well. And he's going to get back out there and rejoin the pack, and we're going to have a restart right at halfway. Coming back to another restart. It'll be lap 39. 38 complete. Again, a lot of familiar faces up front. You see Lauren Jones in the 11. He did not get any part of that wreck. He's going to go ahead and ride out in the front. But Coffee, after going in for damage, he's now mired back 25th. Is Jones going to be able to get any help from anybody else as he's trying to run further up in the pack? The other question, how safe are these guys going to be? We know that 541, he's been in several incidents. He's super aggressive. How patient is he going to be getting back up through there? You know, we got to keep in mind, with only the one fast repair, when do you use it? Coffee did not use his there. It was minor damage. He still seems to be able to hold draft and run through the pack. You want to save that because there could be a big one in the closing laps. Having that fast repair at that point could pay dividends, not using it too early. We restarted with the field starting lap 39. Coffee is in 25th. He's only moved up to 21st on this run. He's really got no partner and really just wanting to keep it safe. And as we see smoke, oh no! The 541's in it again. Let's see what calls. We're going to ride with Coffee here as they're coming out of turn 4 into the tri-oval. See, oh, got somebody right on the apron. Oh, they're wrecking low, but left this minute 18 comes up. Oh, man. That could have been so bad for Coffee. And amazingly, it's staying green, guys. We're working lap 45, and it is staying green. We'll take one more look in slow motion here. As Coffee comes into the tri-oval, the wreck is happening in front of him. You can see he's not sure which way to go. We're going to watch as the 18 car, they were wrecked in the grass. And he's going to slide right back up in front of Coffee. You can almost just watch the smoke and see the path that he was taking. The field's piling in. no! That could have been so much worse. You can see as the simulation took a second to figure out how much damage it was. Benefit of the doubt to Coffee. He's going to pick up some incident points, but it looks like that's not going to be too bad on his outside. But it's amazing as you can look back further in the field. They're wrecking, but everybody's getting down below the apron, and iRacing will not throw a caution. We have somehow managed to stay green as we work lap 51. Coffee has caught the packs and moved up 16. Oh no! Another wreck right there, and another! And still no caution. These wrecks are happening down to the inside of the track, and there's still no caution. Let's look at that one more time as we ride with Coffee here. You can see it looks like 54. Just a little into each other. It looks like the 5 is going to come back down in front of the 66 and just not clear. I'm sure the air from those first two guys spinning really screwed that up. Contributed there, but wow. What a break for Coffee. You see, actually, right here, caution's coming out. So as they didn't fully get it collected in the backfield, we are going to get a caution for that. But wow. What a long run, and what several things Coffee had to dodge that run. We're going to have to go in and check a little bit of his damage. We're inside 30 laps. It's possible to make it to the end of regulation here. We know there's an opportunity for 3 green-white checkers. Up to 3. We'll see if we need them. I know there's a lot of guys praying at this point that we can get out of here as we continue to use fast repairs. There's going to be a lot of wrecked race cars at the end. We're going to bring you back as they hit the lap 55. You see the pace car decking down pit road. We're going green again. It's already been an eventful race. And we get the sense that things are just heating up. Still some familiar faces. The 15, that Dale Earnhardt 3 car. The 9's been up there. 33's been up there a lot. Look at that push. Again, we said it earlier, you can't really bump draft, but you get the nose right there, right where it's left. Nothing but a little bit of bubble of air. And get some amazing pushes. See Jones further back. Coffee still hasn't caught up to him. They're both still kind of working their own. That outside line really can get some runs off the corner, especially down this back stretch, but you see those guys just aren't fully lined up. That 15 and the 33 are definitely working. He's looking low. Oh no! Oh no, he spins the leader. And look, further in the back, there goes another car. These one-offs, when they spin down to the apron, iRacing will not throw a caution. Unlike real life where they may have to send a real tow truck, iRacing, you press a button and you can tow back to the pits. They will make you take the time. Oh my God, we are 3. Oh, this cannot be good. In the lead. And it is going to stack up. As we look further back. Wow, that is just crazy. We need another look at that. There's a 75 of Coffee. He's weaving through. I don't know if he got any damage. Let's go back and look. You can see the field just took to lap 57. This is something that started in the front and just collected everybody again multiple times. Oh, that was Jones we saw in there. As they come sliding through. You see a couple guys got through, but man, we're going to go ahead and put this in slow-mo. As you see the field, they cross the stripe starting lap 57. The front pack's going to make it through. You see Coffee's in the back there. And we just want to watch this angle as they come off into turn 1. It's something that started up front and just got so bad. Oh my God, look, it's piling everybody in. That's Jones you see in the 11. Missed that angle. Let's go watch that again. In slow-mo here. You can see they just started lap 57, just 3 wide. And it's just not going to work out. The 15 is slightly into the 9. I don't know if the 9 was coming down, but he's going to get into that 23. You can see way to the outside. The 3 was already up. Just nowhere to go. Right there, you see, that's going to collect Jones. And that's just going to block the track. Oh, look at Coffee squeezing his nose in there. I think he's going to get woed down just in time. A few more cars trying to straggle through there. And there comes Coffee. He'll make it through. Let's watch a few more views. We'll back this up and watch real time with Jones here in the 11. You can see he didn't know where to go. And right there, it just all happens up front so fast, and you think maybe it's okay, and then they just come piling in and nowhere to go, and you're backwards. You saw Coffee right there in the screen. They were almost face to face. Not a good feeling for your teammate. Wow. Just a ton of carnage. Jones able to continue on. Looks like he's probably going to have to go in and use his fast repair. Let's get another ride with Coffee. He's a little further back. You can kind of see a little more going on up front. As they're coming out of 4, look like just some big runs happening. On the straightaways, you can't see much. When you get into the turns, you can't see well ahead. And you saw they were really 2x2. And by the time they get to the triangle, that's when they're 3 wide. And it happened before they even got to turn 1. You see that slowing down. There they go. There they... Oh, wow. And there's Jones. Look how close. Still sliding by on the low side. Coffee makes a complete stop. Somehow nobody hits him. He's got a few scrapes so far, but somehow makes it through that one. Seeing his teammate up there, you know they're communicating, finding out if he's okay. But obviously, looking at that carnage face to face, he knows Jones is going to be using a fast repair. Coffee's probably going to stay out here. I mean, no damage, nothing collected. Phew. There's going to be a lot of fast repairs used. And it's going to be about 20 to go when we restart. It's going to be crazy. Are they going to be more safe? We'll see. All right, so they are coming to the green. Lap 60 complete. Coffee will restart on the outside in 4th. He did not go down pit road there. You see Jones, he got the fast repair. He's back in 11th. 20 to go. Working lap 61. Oh no! Right down into Coffee. And that's going to work its way through the field a little further back. That will get another caution. How bad was Coffee hurt right there? We're going to back it up and ride with Coffee here. You can see that the Earnhardt 3 car is getting a run. So coming out of the trial, that 67 is a little high on the low side. And for some reason right here, the 3 is going to take that run instead of trying to help Coffee. He looks inside and just gets his bumper. Again, that does not look like horrible damage for Coffee, but becoming like a pinball out there. We'll pull out a little bit and ride behind Jones here. Remember, he's got the fast repair. Already used it. So his car's back in perfect working order. You can see up there, she said 341 to take it 3 wide, and there goes Coffee. Oh no, Jones did get rear-ended from that 66. You can see that damage right there. He tried to go low and get out of it, and 66 just plowed right through his rear end. Oh, Coffee and Jones are both going to have to go in and get that damage looked at. And we'll see what they're able to repair on Jones. All right, we're heading back green. Pace car's already off. They're crossing the line, starting lap 65. You can look in here and see Jones got most of that damage fixed. A little extended pit stop. He's restarting about 19th. See Coffee in the outside lane behind him. Coffee can't get away from that 541 car. Just, man, that guy's been aggressive. I don't know how many fast repairs that guy's had to use. He had to get lucky a couple times, but we know we saw him in one big one. You would think, sitting here, coming to 15 to go, that maybe there'd be a little bit calming down, kind of the calm before the storm. Maybe give it 10 calm laps. And right there in the middle of the field, you see, there's, wow. You saw that smoke. I couldn't tell what car that was. He was a little sideways. They continue on for now. You're wondering here, Coffee's drifting back. I mean, that's like his 4th contact in this race. It's possible that he's not totally able to keep up with the draft right here. I think he's still being cautious. Wow. Because you're looking at moves like that, and there you see he's going to make a move on the outside here. And really, the 541 makes the move to the inside, and just, oh my word. 541 into Coffee. Are you kidding? And, oh, right in front of Jones. Oh my word. I can't believe we stayed green from Coffee's wreck and then right in front of Jones. Wow, a lot to look at right there. Let's go unpack it. We're going to look at this chopper view with Coffee first. You see, he'd been working the high side and hadn't got a full run until right there. He stays way high. The 541 just got to run on Jones at the same time, and just, wow. Just crowded Coffee right into the wall. I mean, right into the wall. And then we'll see further up. Looks like that 0-1 just got squirrely, and oh my God, everybody around. Coffee had to do some major dodging right there too. We're going to pick back up behind Jones here. You see Coffee just on the outside. The 541 just, Jones way low. They knew they were 3 wide. Just takes out Coffee. And then watch in front of Jones. Just, man, high side and low side started that and just everybody piled in. Jones was on the defensive that whole line. That whole lap. And more going on even in front of that we see that we missed before. Wow. And at this caution is going to take us to 10 to go. That's lap 67. We're going to check with Coffee. I think he had enough damage. He's going to have to use the fast repair. So we are completing lap 70 right here. Coffee did go ahead and opt for the fast repair. You see, he's going to start on the outside, right behind Jones. Jones came in. They both got another set of fresh tires. There's unlimited tires for this race. Probably a little bit of fuel. There's only 10 to go. But as we mentioned, you never know if we end up in overtime. Getting dicey right in front of Jones. Coffee's just not getting a great jump on these restarts. It'll come in about half a lap later. Not sure. You know he wanted to catch up to Jones there, and Jones is normally pretty conservative, but Jones got a great jump. Coffee's going to be well behind him. He's going to draft behind this red 3 car. Great view of the pack up through there. There's the suck up. That's the one he's been looking for. Oh no. You always hold your breath and clench a little bit. And you see those guys bouncing back and forth, aptly referred to early in this race as Mr. Windshield Wiper. Back and forth, top to bottom. Just not knowing where the safest place to be is. Coffee and Jones both having used those fast repairs. So many other guys in the field already having used those fast repairs. Working turns 3 and 4. Oh no! Wow! One way up the track. And there they go. You can see it. Oh my word. Crossing the stripe, it was going to be 8 to go and just having to come to a complete stop. Whew. Somehow Coffee makes it through that. Keeps his car clean. Let's check that out. Gonna get back up in the pack here. We're watching as they're coming through 3 and 4. See just where this started. Right in front of that 28, that 83 car. I'm sorry, that was down the backstretch. Now through 3 and 4. You can see the 83 way in the lead. Just checks up and okay. Down into that 28 car, that gold. And then just everybody piles in. Look at Jones dodging that. We're going to watch this riding with Lauren Jones. You saw some getting squirrely. You saw it happen and then just smoke and the track is blocked. He's down, he's up. Oh, which way? Wow. Which way do you go there? He looks so different in the car than overhead and having to make those split-second decisions. What's some great wheel work. Wow. Field is taking the 1 to go. Let's recap. We're on lap 76, so they will be taking the green at lap 77. 4 to go in regulation here. So we line them up, starting to get 2 by 2 down the backstretch. See other couple of, man, there's several 9 cars in here. Being a completely open and hosted session in iRacing, you can get that with some definite custom paints going on. The sim will assign different numbers for those guys, so all the drivers can tell them apart, but they're open to run their own paint schemes and custom numbers in the car that may not be a real life number. See, we got guys coming through the back. We see Jones, he's going to be about the 6th car on the outside and 12th. Looks like Coffee's on the inside, just a row back. I can't imagine many, if any, people have any fast repairs left. 4 to go. We saw some 3 wide looks right there before we could even cross the start-finish line. What do you do? Is it go time? If you're in the front, I think it's got to be go time. If by chance they keep this green, you've got to start planning your moves. It's going to take more than a lap. I mean, if you're outside the top 10 and you want a shot at this, win, place, or show, get in the money. Everybody's thinking about that. If you're in the top 3, you're not going to push too hard. 3rd place pays out $25, 2nd $50, and the winner $75. You're not going to take a chance on wrecking when you've got a guaranteed $25 in your pocket in 3rd place. But you will take a push and try to enhance that. We see the outside line is working like we've seen. I think Coffee and Jones have taken note further back. You see them teaming up on the outside. Nose to tail. It's go time down the backstretch. 2.5 laps to go. Remember, if we get to the white flag, that will be it. iRacing does not throw cautions on the white flag lap, so they will get to race it out. So far, it's staying clean. 2 clean laps. 2 to go. If they complete this lap, that will be the race. Are we going to see some patience? Or what are we going to see? You see Coffee and Jones have kind of hung back. There's single file at the end of this. We're going to be coming to the white flag. Oh, it's getting square. Oh, no. 08 piling it in. Oh. Oh, no. They're still wrecking. We saw Coffee and Jones coming through there. It's Jones right now. He's turned around. We've got to watch that again. I can't believe they almost made it to the white flag. We'll try to get another look. I mean, this looks like something that just started from the front all the way back, even as they're down the backstretch here. Man, that 15 car spent a lot of time in this front pack. A couple of these other guys have too, and several have it. And just right there, the 15 and the 83, that gets that 08 and just squirrely enough, and they just pack it in. You see Jones there, just, oh my God. We'll have to see how much of that damage can be fixed, if there's engine damage. We're going to take another look. iRacing has been experimenting with some new damage models. The visual does not, wow. The visual does not always immediately match up to the actual physical. You'll see some tires outside the car messed up, and then they'll snap back into place. Some of that is the game just trying to figure out just how much damage they got, and it can take a couple seconds to figure that out. Right there, you'll see that tire. Makes some interesting visual effects. But it always takes a second to figure it out, just how damaged you are. You can't always go off visualness. Man, that 60... Man, some guys were just piling it in. If they've already used their fast repairs, you got to be so careful getting out of these wrecks. I mean, a little bit of damage may not kill you, but you can't take an add insult to injury right there. You can get the overhead view. See, Jones is in the back, and again, that just started from the front. Actually didn't realize, Coffee got into the 9 with the front end as Jones was going around. Try to watch that one more time, see how these guys get through. Coffee's checking up. Jones going low. Are they both safe? Jones into the 08. He kind of squeezes through. Ugh. And then Coffee hits the front of that 9. Can't tell how hard. Jones backwards again. He spent more times backwards. Front end damage is the worst. They both took some there. We've got to see how bad it is. If it's enough that it hurts the RPMs on the engine, they may be done since they're both out of fast repair. One more look here from in the cockpit of Jones, riding behind Coffee. You can see on the straightaway how much you just cannot see. You get going in the turns, and that banking really lets you see. You see the bobble there, you see, and then by the time you realize, you hear he's off the gas, he's staying off Coffee, you're trying to guess which way to go. That was more of a side hit, not a direct front hit. You can definitely see that hood crinkled up. Look at that. You can see right there. He clutched it. He checked as he was shifting gears. He was checking the tachometer right there. You saw it hit right on the money at 2,000. 2,000 is where you want to be. If you've hurt yourself in RPMs, it'll dip down below that too. He may be okay here. We'll take it in and see what happens. All right. We're coming. This is the end of lap 82. Remember, only 80 laps scheduled. This will be overtime. It's going to be lap 83 and 84 for the first green-white checker attempt. Coffee and Jones did not pit. You can see he's got some damage on that front end, but they've opted to start. Second and third row on the outside. Coffee gets a jump and jumps down. Jones did not. Oh, no, they're wrecking already. That was to the inside. We're staying green. Nope. We'll check it out further back. Now you hear them kill it. They've called the caution. We'll go back and check that out. One more look here. I think when they caught pit lane right there with the incident, that is going to go ahead and pull out the caution, because you'll see the pace car come out with the lights come on. So it was that incident that did cause the caution. I think the leaders were just keeping in the gas, wanting to make sure nobody ran over anybody else, make sure nothing else was coming. All right, lap 86. We're going to try lap 87 and 88. Now, you'll see Coffey's moved up to the outside line. We did confirm the 32 had run out of gas. So they're taking off. You see Jones is going to be on the inside lane. Restart at 5th. We still haven't had enough time to see if either of these guys have enough car left. Coffey with no help on the outside. That 33 car restarted in 4th behind Coffey, but he is dove down. Coffey's going to fall back to 4th now. But now we see Jones is going to be able to move up with Coffey. As they roll down the backstretch, they're getting quite the run. Jones has pushed Coffey back even with the leader. They're sitting 2nd and 4th respectively. Look at Jones trying to suck up, doing everything. Oh no! He got tagged by the 40 trying to drive it in there. Oh my God, that's going to cause a caution. They were 2nd and 4th, if not 2nd and 3rd, with a chance to push ahead for 1st. And again, right before the line to take the white, we get a caution. You see the pace car coming out. Wow. Let's watch this restart from another angle. You see 4th place had no thought at all about helping Coffey on the outside line. And Jones was laying back a little bit. Not sure if that was for safety or just from a little bit of damage he had. But as we saw, he's going to come into his own. He's getting a huge suck up here as Coffey almost fully falls out. But right here off the corner, as Jones comes up, he's going to give him a major push down that backstretch. Lap and a half to go here, knowing they're coming to the white. Jones picks out high. I'm not sure if that was for some air on the nose or just to stay out of it, but that's going to draw the 40 car in and just fighting for it. Not a great place to try 3 wide, and Jones has to protect the position. And again, coming to the line, you can tell they were letting out of the gas. They absolutely had a chance to push Coffey to the win and be 1st and 3rd. But it's going to set up the 3rd and final green-white checker. We're going to watch one more view from behind. You see immediately after the pace car went out, that 33 is just ducking low. Never even thought of helping Coffey. There's not much of a pack left at this point. You're not going to get a horrible finishing position if you're right here, but only the top 3 spots pay the money. Right here into the corner, Coffey's almost completely in 4th, almost clear like he could duck down behind, but right there coming off the corner is when Jones started that run. You can still see how his left front fender is torn up. We know Coffey got a scrape, but he still looks pretty clean. Jones never pitted. After that last wreck, not even tried. And right here, pushing. And that 40 just, the Waffle House car just goes where he couldn't and gets Jones a little bit loose. And you can see they were still making a run and starting to let out a little bit right there. At minimum, Coffey was in the money in 2nd place. With a push from Jones, they've been so patient this race. They've both been through so much. And they've got to be biting their nails and knowing they have to do this one more time, knowing that the other guys saw what they were capable of on the outside and wondering, are they going to get blocked? What's going to happen? We're going to ride with Coffey here. They're coming down the backstretch, 1 to go. Hear him throttling the car a little bit. He will get to start on the outside line again. Jones, we thought Jones was going to start 3rd. On the inside, I think there was some conversation that he might let Coffey dip down, let that leader get a little jump because they know they could run him down. But now they are going to have to make that outside work. We are coming to finish lap 90. Lap 91 and 92 will absolutely be the end of this, no matter what happens here. But we are already 25 miles past the advertised distance with 5 miles to go at this 2.5-mile track. The pace car pulls off. A caution on this lap will end the race. Riding with Coffee, that leader gets a great start. And you see the 54 pulling into the 15 on the low side, but here is Jones coming to Coffee just like before, getting that run as they get into the corner. Coming off of 2, they are starting to get hooked up. We've said it all race long, that top line can make some moves down this back stretch, but the 33 is not going to have it. He puts his nose in there, and he is down across the leader. That is going to push Coffee to the front as the yellow comes out as they take the white together. Racing back to the line, they questioned if they wanted to do that or if the caution was going to end it. The caution will end it one way or the other, but they raced back and Coffee held the position just to prove he could. But let's look at what happened there. We're going to ride overhead and just watch that whole restart again. You see, Jones was not pulled up to the back of Coffee as close as he could have been. Now he starts to get it there. But as the pace car goes off, playing games a little bit, not knowing when that 15 is going to go. And Jones nor Coffee got a great start. 54 got a much better start than Coffee. Was able to pull up, almost clearing. 54 able to get some draft off that leader. But right there is where you see Jones able to really start coming back in. There's some bobbling a little bit. I think that's a product of just being that close in the draft and a little bit of that damage he's got. Right here, Jones goes high. He's got to stay with Coffee. And you see that 33 just stick it in. And man, that 33 had so much room to the left of him to the 15, and he just rode Jones all the way through. Oh, no. We look at all that going on. Going to pick this up as they're through the tri-oval. Into one. You can see that's right when this run started. Jones picks him up, and that 33 was getting a run of his own. I don't think Jones was concentrating out the front. And right there, that 33 comes in. He's got so much room to go lower, and he just doesn't. You see, Coffee had to come down and try to block it. Man. That 33 just ate up Jones on the inside. Gonna ride with Jones through here. You hear him pick up the throttle. You just see how that inside lane got such a better jump. He's redlining it a long time before he shifts into fourth there. Man, you can see from his view just how close that racing was between the 75 and the 54. But he gets to him. He's committed to his bumper. It's really not worth taking it 3 wide, and that's a teammate. You've got to try to push them. I know they both want it to get clear. And right here, you saw it in the mirror, but you just couldn't see that 33 just coming up and just get you to the inside. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're counting 7, 8. Okay, he's going to come across the line 8. But he's still in the gas, beat up and banged, but he's watching his teammate cross that line, knowing they're about to pick up the pace car. You can see the pylons on the flag stand. Definitely the caution was out. That's going to end the race, and he knows he just pushed a teammate to victory. Heartbreak from getting crashed, getting ate up, but you had to expect a little bit of 3 wide on the last lap. You just thought the guy could hold it a little better and not wreck himself. But pushing a teammate to victory, it's got to feel great. One more look here at how that all shook out. See, there were a couple of guys who still thought they had a chance too. 33 on the inside. Just as you can see going into turn 1. The 33 is getting that run. Because of that gap on the bottom, he sucks up. Because of the gap on the top, Jones was able to suck up into Coffey. And then the 68 gets to suck up. And you can just see the 33 had to go for it. But he had plenty of room to his left, and why he wanted to run Jones so far up the track and then tried to cut down and wreck the 15 was nothing short of a little bit reckless. There goes Jones back by. Just complete carnage. Everybody's just trying to get anything they can if they can keep the car rolling. They know the caution's out, but they know the money spots are long gone at that point. Last look, folks. Right there, just plowing through. Taking everybody out. Crazy moves from the 33, but what do you expect in your third green-white checker at Daytona International Speedway? One more time, that's Coffey crossing the checkers to pick up his first paid win.